Hi, my name is Milton. I'm the owner of Beet Mazesoba. When we first started the project, it was 16 months before the pandemic. We were ready to open the restaurant at March 2020. The project was delayed. We opened it at August. The business picked up quickly. The weather helped a lot. And our dishes got very popular in a very short amount of time.
Hi guys, how we doing? My name's Chef Jonathan. I'm the chef here at Beet Mazesoba. Today we're going to make our green curry mussel pot. So we're going to start off here with some beautiful PEI mussels. That's Prince Edward Isle mussels. And we're going to start that off with some grapeseed oil. So we're going to come over here, preheat our pan. Start with our oil. To that we're going to add fresh julienne ginger, red Holland chilies, and nice Spanish onions. We're gonna let that sweat for about anywhere between 60 seconds to a minute and a half. And then we're gonna add to that our beautiful mussels, some garlic, and other special herbs. Because we're an Asian restaurant, we use giant chopsticks. This is a fun dish we've been making for a little while now. It's part of our new menu. It's about 4 weeks old now. It's a dish I learned from a good chef friend of mine, and I got his permission to make sure that we made it equally as good as he does. And personally, when I ate it, it was one of those things I knew would be really, really good here at Beet Mazesoba. We're going to grab our mussels, which have been pre-rinsed and individually scrubbed. Very important so you don't get grainy mussels. Here we go, garlic, because garlic is always better. We add our green curry sauce. It's coconut green curry. We make here in house. So we're gonna add herbs, a little Thai basil, cilantro right now, just a little salt and a little pepper. Just enough. Give it a little shake. A little water. And come back to it in about 2 minutes. Little freshly torn Thai basil gives it a little bit of aroma to the overall process. Toasted baguettes complete the dish. Just a little bit of texture and flavor to help you get that curry sauce out of the bottom. This is our house-made mussels. Beet Mazesoba is different from a lot of other restaurants in the neighborhood in that we make our own noodles. And if you've never had a Massaman, which is what we're known for, it's a style of dry ramen. So if you think of a bowl of ramen where you have this big, wonderful broth that's reduced over hours, we take that same process and condense it into a liquid called the tare. Pronounced tade, spelled T-A-R-E. And that is what we specialize in. Those noodles are made fresh in-house right under our own feet. We make every order every day. They're actually rested for at least 24 hours. Here's an example of our house-made noodle. We use a blend of flours as opposed to just one. You can see they're super fresh and soft and stretchy. It gives them a lot of texture and taste. Massaman is a new way of thinking about an old dish, and that's what makes it fun. And honestly, if it wasn't for the pandemic, we really believe that this would be a more popular dish in the area, and it's one of those things that we're fighting to show people that you can take an ingredient and a type of food and make it that much better just looking at it a little different. Alright guys, we're going to make our house-made Beet Mazeman. So Beet Mazeman is a mixture of our yuzu shio and our shoyu mazamans. Those are competing styles for our house specialty. It's going to be our thicker cut noodle. It's going to go into boiling water for 6 minutes. Fun timer right here. We're going to preheat our bowl. To that, we're going to get started with our chow suey. So we get a pan, dry pan, some of our house-made chow suey, which is a braised pork belly. It's braised in a mixture of spices, herbs, soy sauce, a little mirin, and sake. We cook that slow for about 6 hours in a really huge pot under pretty good pressure. And in that entire process, it makes it really soft and tender, but gives it just enough form that if you put your finger to it, it holds together. Once we give this just a little bit of color, we take some of that reduced braising liquid, which is right here. This process is going to caramelize the sugars that are still remaining in the liquid. By caramelizing that, it's going to give it texture and flavor that's different. So we're building flavor in layers as opposed to giving you everything at once. See how they're moving and bouncing? That's good. It means they're nice and fresh and they're not sticking together. Just give them a little bit of agitation. Help that starch build up. Our flour mix is pretty unique. We use a mixture of ramen flours, whole wheat flours, and different starches to create our noodle. See how it's starting to get caramelized? It's reducing. The sugars are reducing down. So we're just going to make sure we move our pork around so that it gets color on all of our sides. Nice hot bowl, hot food, hot plates, cold food, cold plates. Really important rule. That's what makes restaurants a little different. We're gonna add our beet tare. This is that liquid we talked about before, the tare, the concentrated liquid that helps give it texture. So we're gonna add 1 ounce of that. A little special dashi powder we make in-house. Here we have a special oil that we make. This is what gives our noodles a lot of texture and body. This oil is gonna help keep that lusciousness you would get from a bowl of ramen. This is going to go in here. See that sugar is completely reduced down right now? That's exactly what we want to see. Now we just add a little bit more of our liquid. Just bring it all back together. And that's it. So now when we come look at the other side, you'll see what we're talking about. See? Just enough texture and taste. Our bowl is going to be finished with a mixture of scallions, fresh ginger, fresh garlic and ginger, Spanish onions, a poached ramen egg, and this special guy you'll see in just a second. We stir them to start building the starches. You want that. So now, right into our bowl. We're going to move over. Start building all of our colors and textures. So it's going to get our scallions, garlic, onions, arugula. Now we're going to come over here. We have this really cool ground pork soboro. It's a spicy ground pork that we cook slowly over a couple hours. This is normally on our shio bowl. It's going to be the base for our really yummy chow soup. See that? We're going to add our secret. It's a beautiful poached egg. And then our ramen egg. That's going to get finished with a little bit of our toasted garlic, a sheet of nori. And here, guys, is our beet mazesoba.
Now let's enjoy the 2 dishes Jonathan has made.
Alright guys, who's hungry? Step 1 is really easy and obvious. You're going to take your spoon and you're going to break this egg yolk here. Alright, you're going to take your hands, shred this nori up.